Hi, welcome to this video. I'm Rozina. This is my first garden vlog in a half sunny, half cloudy summer day in my cottage garden. In my new house, we have a big backyard and it needs a lot of work to improve my backyard, like add a fire pit or create hangout space. And here are some of my home planted herbs. And I also got a garden wooden wishing well flower planter that needs to be painted, and I love these decorative ornaments around it. They are beautiful. And here I have a blackberry bush that's late summer joy. I love it. So good. Can you hear the birds? We have crow, pigeon, duck, blackbird, jackdaw, and sparrow. And more birds. And I like mushrooms on pizza, in pasta, and on top of a salad. And I managed to find some mushrooms in my garden. I grew up in Tehran, a big city and capital of Iran. So I didn't have much experience with gardening. But when I was a kid, I would often go to my grandparents' house, which had a big farm. They had cows, honeybee hives, and a big garden with apple and walnuts tree. It was perfect for summertime holiday. And as you see here, it's really big garden, and even my cat is so happy here and he loves this garden, and twice a day he is outside of house and walking on the grass. I have lots of work to do in this garden, like chop some firewoods, cut the grass, remove weeds, repair fences, plant flowers and herbs. So here is my only one apple tree. I'm going to be picking these beautiful apples. Some of these apples are in better condition than others because as you see, one side of tree is getting good sun and is toward the light, and I will show you that some of these apples are beautifully red and big. So I started with this side of tree that give me better apples. Lovely. On the contrary of those red apples, still some of apples are quite firm on the other side of tree because this side is in shadow and is getting less light and sun. So I leave some of apples in this side until they feel soft and ripe. And I think half of our apples, yes, still have a long way to go. We have got plenty of apples to pick from only one apple tree. As you can see, I have got this much apples so far for today, and I'm really so pleased with this. And I'm really excited. Oh my God, these apples are gorgeous with roundish shape and shade of red, green and yellow in color. What I'm going to do with these apples, I will make apple puree and apple tart or apple pie later. But for today, I'm going to make a quick and easy apple tart with puff pastry. And first of all, I wash the apples under running water and simply rinse fresh apples with cool water. If you are looking for a deeper clean, wash apples with cool water mixed with a sprinkle of baking soda. Oh, by the way, if you are interested in our YouTube channel, please give us a subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Preheat the oven at gas mark 6, 200 centigrade and 400 Fahrenheit. I'm going to peel the apple skin, core out and slice our apples. I use 7 small apples. I do this very quickly because the apples, as you know, can get brown very quickly. Okay, my apples are sliced. I have got my puff pastry. Let's open it up and roll it out onto the baking pan that lined with parchment paper. Now I got a fork and just step it all over, just like this. Perfect. Now I use a baking brush and apply a slight layer of melted butter all over the pastry. Yes, just like this. Perfect. And then I'm going to coat the puff pastry with apple sauce that I made earlier with some of apples. And very gently I cut pastry lengthwise. And then I arrange the apple slices on the pastry in a straight line and overlapping. Now I need a simple sugar cinnamon. So in a small bowl I mix cinnamon and sugar and sprinkle over it. Then I sprinkle small pieces of butter on top, as you can see. Perfect. Now I put it in the oven to bake for about 40 minutes. Once it's cooled down, I use a small tea strainer to sprinkle icing sugar top of the apple tart. You can have this apple tart hot or cold. This can be served with ice cream or custard, but I think most of people prefer with custard and of course with a lovely cup of tea. I hope you get a chance to make it because this puff pastry apple tart recipe is a great choice for those times when you want an easy dessert that looks impressive. It looks perfect, really yummy. Just look at this. That's delightful. The apples nice and soft, so crisp and buttery and wonderfully apple infused with sugar and cinnamon. Give us a subscribe and I'll see you in next one. God bless and lots of love. Bye. Or as we say in Farsi, خداحافظ.